Hold on, hold on.
Yeah. Well, no, I just haven't heard from him in like a long time.
Oh, I
He
know.
posts to Twitter like once every 3 months or something.
I know. I miss Pen.
Yeah.
Pen, come to our anime stream.
Yeah.
I don't think he watches anime.
Probably not.
Um,
He does.
this
Yeah.
episode is dedicated in the memory of Pen, who is not
Yeah.
online anymore. Please bring him back to us.
Yeah.
Please give us back our Pen.
Yeah. He's doing car stuff or something. Who knows anymore?
Pen, pineapple, apple, pen again. But
Yep.
no one gets this humor. No one
Yeah.
watching this is gonna get this. This is
Yeah.
all just handcrafted for one person.
Yeah.
He doesn't even go online anymore. Damn it. All right. So,
So, anime.
anime.
Yeah, it's been a week. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a Tuesday, so
Yeah.
mistakes are made. We didn't realize the second last episode of Key was an hour and a half of talking.
Yeah.
We'll get more into that, but yeah.
Yeah.
Next episode's also an hour and a half, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, good to know ahead of time so I don't get home from work and go, I can't watch all this anime in time.
Yeah.
There's no way. We'll be going late. I have to sleep and work the next day. This ain't working.
Yeah.
We got bamboozled. We forgot it was an OVA.
Yeah.
It doesn't have proper production schedules and lines.
Yeah. So yeah, shall we get into the news then?
Alright, we got some good news and some bad news.
Yeah. Starting off with the bad news. So the Girls in Panzer company has announced that they're going to be going harder after the unofficial goods or sales of unofficial goods.
They specifically quote Dojinshi 2, which still blows my mind and I don't understand. Hello, up next, 72. Welcome to the stream.
Hello.
Welcome to
Yeah.
to Shenanimegans. Yeah, I have some thoughts about this. I'm not sure about you. You got any?
Kind of. Because it's like, I get why they have to do it to like protect IP stuff, but it like sucks. Like this doesn't help benefit anyone, but they still have to do it. And, like there's not a good solution to this. I don't know. It's bad. Also, I thought that they had already been pretty aggressive about this stuff in the past, so it's weird that this is like just coming out again now.
Yeah, it might have to do with the new movies about to come out.
Yeah, that's probably.
They're just trying to remind people. I understand, especially like duplicates of official. That 100% I understand.
Oh yeah.
I'm a little bit more iffy on self-produced merchandise because like fan charms and stuff and fan art is always huge, but especially I side-eye the fuck out of derivative works. Like,
Yeah.
it's derivative. It's not cutting into your sales, right? Especially Dojinshi. It's like, how is Dojinshi gonna cut in? Like all these other ones can cut into Girls in Panzer goods and they'll make less money for like the staff and that. But Dojinshi doesn't do that at all.
Yeah.
Dojinshi is the one thing, like the one fan work that will never cut into a creator's cut or business because it's not sport, like it's not going to take away the plot or the main show because it's a different plot. It's a different story. It's a side story. It's like there for the fans who I like it to splurge on how much they like it, which will keep them interested in it while there's these long waits between. Or it's cute, someone buys it because, oh, cute girls, and then they get into it through there, and then they get into a series. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I know what you mean.
The only downside I can see is not wanting to be, like, associated with the more pornographic dojins. I can understand that, but like the ones where it's just like comedy or like a non-explicit romance thing, like I don't there shouldn't be anything wrong with those, but
yeah,
they just don't want people making money off their IP, which is understandable, but still.
I don't know. It just, it sucks. This like doesn't really benefit anyone.
Yeah.
Because like fans just get shut down and
It's especially weird for Japan, where like so much of the anime culture is built out of doujinshi. Like so many mangaka get their start drawing doujins.
Yeah. I don't know. This sucks.
Yeah, it
Like
just
I guess on the plus side, it's not like everyone is doing this. It's only a couple of things, you know.
yeah,
So
it's mainly
at
just
least there's other stuff still.
girls in Panzer. And even if they
Yeah.
say like we're gonna shut it down and stuff, I'm still probably gonna see. Oh well, no, I'm not gonna see any at MyCon because MyCon's small, and just the big things like Boku no Hero and Voltron get all the stuff created for it because that's what's gonna sell. But
Yeah.
like, there's still gonna
Like,
be people making
mhm.
fan comics and fan like girls and pants and stuff, and it's still gonna be sold whether they wanted to or not.
Yeah.
You can't stop it all from being sold. It's like trying to like go after like trying to create an anime fan goods prohibition will never work for the same reasons alcohol prohibition never worked. People don't give a
Yeah.
shit about your laws.
Yeah.
Lots of people don't even know about them, especially outside of Japan. Like the the official Twitter announced it in Japanese. It's like fans in Britain aren't gonna know, fans in America aren't gonna know unless if they've read these, and they might not have and just make it anyways.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So fans will find a way. They will figure out how to keep going.
just make some like super smutty protest fanfics or something. I don't know. Just make them, print them out, send it to the creators. Be like, if I can't sell this for $2, make it into an actual show. I'll sell the idea straight to you instead of to the people. And they'll get so uncomfortable, they'll say, okay, just don't do this anymore. Just go.
Yeah.
Or they'll sue.
Actually, you reminded me of another thing that happened this week. I didn't put it in the news because it's a small thing, but the Umumusume Pretty Derby project staff, they asked
That's
fans
exactly
to avoid.
what I was thinking of.
Oh, yeah. They asked fans to avoid making harmful representations of characters. Like, man, they just need porn, don't they?
To be fair, they're asking that because they actually got the rights. All of the horse girls are based off actual race horses that were famous in Japan, and their likeness, and they used they asked the owners and their descendants for the rights to use it, and they want to respect these horses that pass away, which is I can understand.
Yeah.
They want to respect the horses and the owners. They're like, stop drawing the horse girls with like giant horse cocks ramming each other violently.
Yeah.
That's not what happened. Like, all right.
Yeah.
Just tone it down on the horseplay.
Yeah. Anyway, on to some happier news.
Yeah.
I don't remember if this had been announced or not.
Golden Camry?
Oh, I mean, we can start with that one.
Well, it's the other news is kind of just neutral.
Yeah. Okay.
This is definitely public.
Yeah.
Because it was announced before. So Golden Kamuy, we said we'd give him a news. Season 2. I kind of figured there'd be another season, although I'm really worried that's in October, because that's not too far away. And knowing how bad those bears were, like if they've been creating, like if they're already mostly done season 1, and the reason they didn't go back and clean it up or take as long was because they started season 2 already, that's kind of understandable, but
yeah,
I'm worried they're rushing too much and they'll have an issue like My Hero right now, where a bunch of the animation quality dipped really hard in the new season. I really don't want that to happen, but
yeah. I don't know. I feel like after the first 2 or 3 episodes, the Golden Kamuy animation quality problems for the most part went away. The bears were still bad.
There is less bears.
There were fewer bears, but even 2D stuff. So I'm wondering if maybe it got really way more popular than they were expecting, and so they suddenly got extra budget and are in season 2 are going to have more budget and more time to work on stuff. Maybe.
Just the one season in between is never good enough, I think.
Yeah, that's a very quick turnaround.
You need at least 2 seasons, maybe 3. Unless if they had been planning season 2 from the get-go and were just animating as a 26 episode from the get-go. and they
Yeah,
like
it could be it.
budget and plan for that, then that's kind of understandable. I
Mhm.
did figure they'd make another season because where the anime is ending is it looks like the end of the fifth volume. And I think there are
Mhm.
11 volumes out in Japan right now.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on that.
So yeah, I mean, there should be enough for full second season with a bit left over then.
Oh, there's 15 finished
Oh,
volumes. The
it's even
15th
better.
comes out in September, so yeah, there might be a third season too.
Cool. That'd be good.
I still have
Yeah,
to catch
Golden
up on
Kamuy.
season 1.
Yeah.
So bad.
Well, at this point, you could wait till, just before October and then binge them all and then go right into the second season.
True. I just I don't have time to watch anime because I'm too busy playing
Yeah.
really, really bad games. Shadex. Why?
Ugh.
I got
You finally called your bluff.
yeah, I got called on my bluff. It was him or
Yeah.
Chops, whichever one.
Yeah.
Damn
Yeah.
it.
I think it
Damn
was.
you.
I think it was Shadex. Yeah.
Maybe both of them.
Yeah.
Can't believe
It's
it.
very good.
I wonder if they forgot just over the years how bad it is. Because it's been like 3 years now.
Yeah.
3 years
Oh.
later, they call my fucking bluff. Oh. Anyways, no one's gonna
Anyway.
get that, but
Yeah. That's just for us.
and the few people we're gonna be complaining to.
Yeah. Yeah. On to the final news story for this week, I think.
Which is good news because I think they'd already announced it.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is just kind
When I
of
found this, I wasn't sure if it had been announced or not as existing, but yeah, this Vampire Lives My Neighbors coming in October. It's cool.
see. The weird thing is I can't remember
Yeah.
it being announced before, but somehow I knew there was an anime coming.
Yeah,
Like I just
like-
knew it was
like-
coming. I think it might be on like Mal's seasonal anime page, which thankfully
Mhm.
works again. When does this
Yeah.
come? October?
Yeah. Yeah, when I just had this like gut feeling when I saw like I think this has been announced, but I'm not actually sure. But I think it was. Yeah.
Maybe it's not
Right.
on Mal.
Hmm.
Might be. I'm checking.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm super excited for this. It's really cute.
Yeah.
Cute gay vampires. That's
Cool.
like everything I want out of life.
Yeah, that's three things that I like: cute, gay, and vampires. All good.
God,
Yeah.
there's so much later stuff
So
that doesn't
much.
have an announced date of
Date,
release
uh,
yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not actually on here. Looks like all right.
Yeah.
What is this Robot Girls Neo though? Ooh, sorry, I'm
Robot Girls
distracted.
Neo. What?
But it's an ONA, 7 minutes, 2 episodes, comedy mecha parody.
Weird.
Oh, it's in the Robot Girls Z universe. Okay, never mind.
Oh.
I know. What a weird show that was. Anyways, speaking of weird shows,
Speaking of,
have you watched anything good this week or read anything good?
yes, I did watch some stuff.
That was the weirdest cadence I've ever spoken with.
It's okay. So yeah, the first thing I finished up watching Amanchu Advance. The final episode of that was on Saturday.
Oh no!
So-
No!
The final episode was actually really good
Okay.
because they like actually went scuba diving again for the first time in like 6 or 7 episodes, and it was like just focused on like Teko and Pickery and the two siblings. They were just hanging out scuba diving. And that was good. Like, man, if you just watch like the first, I don't know, like 3 episodes and then episode 12, it would actually be like good. But all of the parts in the
That's-
middle were
that's
such a
not-
drag.
That's not saying much when you have to cut 8
Yeah.
episodes out.
Yeah. So basically, if this had been like a 4-episode OVA between 2 proper seasons, then this would have been good. But,
Jesus.
oh, yeah. I think I rated it as like a 5 out of 10, but I was going to do a 3 or a 4 out of 10. And then I watched this episode, and it was like, okay, that was a good ending, at least.
Wait, so this has a 7.27 right now. First
Yeah.
season at
Yeah.
7.35. That's impressive that it's stayed that high.
Yeah.
The OVA has a 7.44. That OVA episode was really good, though.
Yeah, that episode was good. Yeah. It's weird because, like, this isn't bad in, like, a traditional sense. It's just bad as a follow-up to the first season. Because, like, it's, like, all the production, everything is totally fine. And the writing, if it wasn't, if you didn't have that first season to look back on, then, like, the writing would be, like, kind of weird, but okay. But, yeah, just as a follow-up to the first season, it's so disappointing.
It has Sound Euphonium Season 2 syndrome.
Mm, I
Hamatori
should...
Season 2 syndrome.
Yeah. And the other series I watched, finished up, was Golden Kamuy, which was
Did it
was
end on a
kind
cliffhanger?
kind of like it just felt like a regular episode from the rest of the season because they hadn't really been working towards like a big finale or anything. They're just kind of like, oh no, we did some stuff and now we're gonna go do other stuff, which like is fine, I guess. I don't know.
That makes me almost feel more like they originally planned it as just 26 episodes. Right? Maybe they were planning it as 26 episodes, and then they decided to take an extra season off to fix the Bears for the second half of the season. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That, like, thinking that it's planned as like, oh, they always gonna have another season, quote, falling close behind. Like that makes a lot of sense with just how this ended because it just like. I don't want to say nothing happens, like some stuff happens, but I don't know. Like, this just feels like a weird side story because, like, they go horse racing and one of the guys becomes a jockey for one of the horses for the race. And it's just, like, this unconsequential stuff that happens. It's really weird.
That sounds a
but it was
lot
still good.
like the Attack on Titan season that ended, even though it's bad. It had those issues where it just, like, it was super anticlimactic, and it was like, this is part of a bigger season they just didn't release, because they waited 4 years before starting a 26 episodes season. Realized they weren't going to finish it for another 2 years, so they only put out the first half. Basically. And it was still bad. Even after 4 years. That series doesn't get better, it's downhill.
Yeah. But yeah, Golden Kamuy, though, is good. Yeah, definitely looking forward to the second season coming up.
Hey, remember when people thought the Attack on Titan had good, like, character representation? Because they're like, Hanji uses gender-neutral pronouns. They must be, like, gender-neutral. This is going to be a super progressive show. Remember back then when people are youthfully optimistic so many years ago?
Boy. Oh, yeah.
Oh, how the turntables.
Yep, that's how that phrase goes. Yeah. Oh boy. I don't want to watch that show, but I want to watch that show just to know what's going on in it, so that I can properly see people's reactions to it.
Read the wiki.
I mean, like, I know what happens, but I don't know. I want to keep up with the discourse around that show more than anything, just to see people turn on it.
I can't wait for the anime reveal when people start going, wait a second. And then they start calling out the manga viewers who are like, what, you're still reading this and saying it gets fantastic and not... What?
Yeah. Oh boy, that show. This is gonna be... Oh boy.
I've noticed there was like groups of people who used to talk about how great it was and how they were reading ahead. And once it got to that point, I just never heard them mention again. They didn't talk about it, they just cut off. They're like, what about Attack on Titan? What's that again? It's like, I see you. It's okay, I understand. You got bamboozled. You're moving on.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and I did watch some other stuff this week, so I like managed to hurt my wrist this week, so I've been like sitting down to watch a lot of stuff, and one of the things I watched was this OVA called Time of Eve, which is a 6-episode OVA about like androids and humans living together, and
I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's actually really good. I liked it. It's like, it's kind of, the pretty common trope of like, oh, are robots humans? Or like, are they the same as humans when they get advanced and stuff? And it's actually really good. I like it a lot. It's about this
Is it
little like
depressing?
secret. Um,
I heard it was somewhat
I mean,
depressing.
not really.
Okay.
Like a little bit. There is a little bit of sad stuff near the end, but it's overall a pretty positive show.
You decided to watch this, so I can't trust it. I know your
there
type.
there is like a pretty tragic character at the end, but
Oh,
it's only in like the final episode.
okay.
Yeah, that was like a good short show to watch. It's only like 15-minute episodes, but yeah. There's a little girl in it. Her name is Chie. She steals things and then yells that she's a cat. It's very good. Like that's she's like I think she's voiced by an actual little kid because she's like 6 years old and she goes, "I'm a cat."
That makes me think of the goddamn Fate, the mobile game. There's like the cat girl
Yeah.
that has like she's a cat girl with dog paws and a collar, and she's like, my interests are cafe management and some other thing. Whoop! And it's like she's the dumbest character ever. It's like nothing she does or says makes sense. It's fantastic.
Oh,
That's all I can
that's
think about.
fantastic.
It's like,
Yeah.
I'm a cat. Woof. Like, right.
Yeah.
God, I wish I knew her name.
Yeah. That show's good. And then the one last thing I just watched it a little bit ago, was the Kase Sano VA.
I saw you tweeting about it.
Yeah,
So,
oh, it's so
spoiler.
good. I won't spoil it. Spoilers, it's good.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
so good. It's like it's like a really good adaptation. It manages to keep like it maintains a lot of what makes the manga good. And then also just the art is so good. They use a lot of like watercolors, backgrounds and everything. The animation quality is just fantastic.
I
Oh.
have it. I just haven't gotten around to watching it yet. I don't have the
Yeah.
time anymore.
Oh, you should watch it. It's so good.
Once
You'll love it.
Once I call the call on my bluff,
Yeah.
then I'll pull out world record. I'll call the call on my bluff, and then I can watch as much anime as I want.
Yeah. But yeah, it's very good. When I finished watching it, I was like, man, I kind of want to just watch it the second time. But I didn't have enough time before the podcast started, so I couldn't.
You want to watch the what?
Oh, I wanted to watch it a second time once I
No.
finished it.
You cut
It was
out
really
your
good.
there.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it's very good. Yeah, and yeah, that's everything that I watched this week. So what about you?
I thought of some news we forgot because we're talking about how good that is.
Yeah.
There's the new Bloom Into You video.
Oh, right.
Speaking
Yeah.
of cute gays,
武装具の欲しくて
the art is really pretty. Like the backgrounds and stuff almost
私
look
のも
like
のにな
something
っては
out
くれない
of Your Name
Mhm.
style. So
生徒会に
I
と
don't like this one scene where it's like zooming in on her with the handout and her staring at it wide-eyed. The tone
Mhm.
seems off,
Yeah.
but I'm still so excited for this.
I should read Bloom Into You. I haven't actually read it yet.
It's gonna be the Yuri anime full series that we deserve, because we haven't gone just a Yuri series in so long.
Mhm.
It's always been something else. Like it's been like, well, incest, like,
Yeah.
or 5 minutes,
hmm
or
Oh.
extremely violent or something like.
hmm Oh. It's like we almost had with Amanchu, but then we didn't.
Yeah, well, or San Yufan. There's been so much bait lately. So
Yeah.
much bait. Well, like this, it's like, or we have like Izetta, which is probably like the most closest to slice of life casual lesbians, and they're witches
Mhm.
in World War II fighting a war. So that tells you how like far off
Yeah.
we've been from just cute fluff. Like
Yeah.
when the cutest fluff is that.
hmm Oh, Izette is really good though.
I really hope Bloom
Yeah.
Into You does really well. Kase-san does really well, and they go back and
Mhm.
make a girlfriend's anime.
Oh yes.
I want a
Girlfriend's
girlfriend's
anime.
anime so badly. It'd be fantastic.
Yes. Absolutely.
Even if just a movie, but I'd like a full series.
Mhm.
Anyways, was that all you watched?
Yeah, that was it.
Any manga?
No, not this week.
Any
I did just put in an order for some new manga though, so I may have stuff to talk about soon.
any anime games?
Any anime games? No, no, I don't think so.
Did you get Blue Reflection into Shots Fired?
Unfortunately, no.
Oh.
Didn't accept it because it's too long. It's
Okay,
like 6 hours.
Right, that's fair. I mean, it could have been the finale.
Yeah.
Right.
Also, there's like no guns in it. I mean,
Yeah,
there's
that's
one
fair.
gun, but
I was thinking trying to submit Knights of Azure 2 and just do the whole thing with Camilla as your partner because she has a gun, and when you do partner things, you use guns. But that's the
Yeah.
only time. I don't think it would have been accepted, but I was gonna try.
I did get Tuken to accept it, and that game is basically Anime Monster Hunter, so that's
Right,
pretty good.
That thing, I remember that.
Yeah, and the story in that game is actually good.
Alright,
But-
that's cool.
Not even, yeah,
I'm excited to see that.
yeah.
You
It's
wanna-
well, don't be. It's boring.
You want to be on like standby when my run goes in case if the audio codec crashes and we need someone to just hop into Discord and shit talk the
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, sure, I can do that.
Alright. I've got my backup commentary, we're good.
All right.
So for me, for anime I
Yeah.
watched,
Yeah.
I watched an episode of Sora Online Gung-Yo Online. That's it. That's been my whole week. I've been so goddamn. I did go to a mini fan convention though, so that was cool.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, it was Fan Quest. I got
Yeah.
a Voltron Zine and an not anime based but an LGBT Zine, which is cool. And I got like little Haro figures making. So
Oh yeah.
I didn't get to
Oh.
watch much anime, but I'm still doing fandom stuff, so I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I watched
Cool.
like one episode of Gung-Yo Online before we started because I was like, oh yeah, that episode's out.
Yeah.
I'm upset at the pacing so
Oh.
far because at this rate, this final battle isn't gonna end till the end of the show, or at least until halfway. I don't think they're gonna get their meeting scene
Oh.
that I want so bad. I want a full episode of it. I'll take half an episode. If they give me half an episode, I'm happy. But if
Yeah.
not, give me a full OVA episode afterwards.
Yeah. Maybe an extra episode bundled with the DVDs or whatever.
Yeah, give me just or a second season. Just give me them
Something.
being gay together. The episode ends with Len stepping on Pito's face and Pito going, "You're absolutely irresistible." Like that's my Len. You're so irresistible. I want to kill you so badly. I'm just like, that's gay. That's hot and gay. Let's go.
All right.
And this is the content I've been waiting for.
That show sounds all right. Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. That's...
Yeah.
The episode was okay. There was some really awkward stuff. They did a lot of car combat, which meant weird 3D CG.
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, it's based on the novel. Still not sure how this is gonna end. There's one thing in the back of it that hasn't been addressed yet that I'm really, like, worried about. Which I guess they're doing a good job at keeping you on your toes for the last episode, so... Last episode comes out July 1st, so... soon.
Cool.
Well, this Sunday, okay.
Yeah.
So next week I'll
Cool.
talk about the end of that,
All right.
and maybe after I write some fanfics. But, yeah, that's all I watched. Let me... I don't remember if I read anything.
Yeah.
I like that our profile pages are back,
Mm-hmm.
and our history
Oh, with
pages
the-
are back. That's nice. There's
Yeah.
some stuff back. When
Yeah.
was the last episode?
The last
Okay, I
episode
haven't read
was the
anything.
18th. Oh. Nice.
Yeah, alright.
Oh. Oh. It's okay. You were busy because the key episode is 3 times as long as normal.
Yeah,
So,
so it's like,
so
why?
that took up all your anime watching time.
Yeah, that's where that took up the 2 episodes of Your Mushy Pedal I was gonna watch and finish that this
Yeah.
week. So we'll blame Key on that one.
Yeah.
And
Blame Key.
this is a short episode. We didn't watch anything.
Yeah.
Kind of
Oh.
out of the way, but did you get any of the Land of the Lustrous Zines that have been going around?
No, I haven't. I keep thinking about it, and then like by the time I decide to get them, they're like the pre-orders are over or whatever.
I need to find more. I've gone into Zine hell.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. It's zine. It's not zine. It's zine.
I know. I like to
Because
say
it's based on magazine.
but I like to say
Yeah.
Zine. It's
Oh,
it's like I
I
say
hate it.
vinyls too. I say vinyls.
Yeah, that's how you say it.
Because no, it's vinyl. There's no
Vinyl?
plural to vinyls because the
Really?
plural of vinyl is vinyl.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like, oh, it's pronounced vinyls or something.
Shit. Yeah. Oh god, I have to start calling them vinyls now. They'll really piss people off. No, I just like saying stuff wrong sometimes. Like
Okay.
just certain words I say wrong. I don't know why. It's like I like Zines. Zines are great.
As long as you
Vinyls
know
are
you're
fun.
wrong, that's all that matters.
Objectively, I'm right in my heart, so
Yeah, true.
it's it's like people who say GIF and GIF. Like I know GIF is
Yeah.
wrong, but you're gonna have to pry it from like cold dead hands.
Yeah. No. Like, just because that one guy said GIF is wrong doesn't mean GIF is actually wrong.
Yeah, just because the guy who came up with the word says it's wrong. See, language changes over time and is based on areas and locations. And my house is like, it's got its own regional dialect where we say Zine.
Yeah. You read signs and you listen to vinyls.
Hey, and mangas.
Yeah. So yeah.
Mangas.
Shall we get started on a key? 'Cause we got 90 minutes of things to talk about.
Oh,
Oof.
I wanted to talk about how nice
How
the
nice.
Hoseki no Kuni Zine are, and how I need
Oh,
people to
yes.
find more for me and recommend me more. I got the Days Off Zine and the Hard Candy Zine, and they're fantastic.
Ooh.
The Hard
Yeah.
Candy one, I got a bunch of stickers worth too that are cute. I have one on my
Ooh.
Switch, but
Did you see the fashion one? I don't remember what it's called.
no, I think I might have missed that one. I'm not sure.
Hmm.
I'm gonna have to check what I have pre-ordered, but it's.
Hmm.
I did just get a. I'm googling right now. Silhouette. Ooh, that's a cool name. I got a Voltron fashion design.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is out of Paris, France. Oh, this is.
Oh.
Oh, it's on sale. I don't know if I can get me these. I did not know about this one. Let me see
yeah.
if I can find it. Do they have purchase page anywhere? Do they have extras they're still selling?
It's weird. I googled Land of the Luster's fashion zine and found a different fashion one than you did.
This is the
Yeah.
one you're following on Twitter, though. So I assume
Yeah,
that's the right
that
one.
is the one I'm following. Yeah, that is. That's what I'm thinking of.
There's another one. Oh,
Apparently.
there's
I can't.
No, here,
This
one's
one.
on- Oh, here we go. The store envy. I want it. Store under construction. No, wait. No.
Oh, I think the pre-orders on that one are done. I think.
And they're not. They don't have extras to sell. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah, they closed in April. Ooh,
Oh.
unfortunate.
This other one I'm looking at says pre-orders are opening next month.
Please link
Apparently.
me. Please link.
Yeah.
Link.
I'll drop you the link in Discord
Alright.
to their schedule page.
First checking.
Pre-orders. I have not heard of these before, and they have 8 followers on Twitter, so I have no idea.
Participants. They have a decent amount of participants, though.
Yeah.
Fashion Zine 2018. They might be more popular on Tumblr
Yeah, maybe.
than on Twitter.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 8
I-
followers is like,
Yeah, that's weird.
yeah, it's like, why the Chris not retweeting? I don't.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Alright, well,
Yeah,
welcome
I-
to Zine Hell. We're gonna. Well, I'm gonna show these off during my manga anime recap video, as
Mhm.
well as the Voltron one I got, and
Yeah.
I'll hopefully find more, because Land of the Lustrous fan art is super nice. Like, it's so cool.
Yeah, it is. It's so good.
I'm getting really into Zine culture.
Yeah.
Learning that it's not called Zines, but ignoring it.
Yeah. I kind of wish I had reordered the one fashion one, the silhouette, because
Yeah,
like I'm a
looks
total
pretty.
sucker for I'm a real sucker for anime characters in like casual clothing. It's so good.
You would love this Voltron one I got. It's like
Yeah.
designed to look like a fashion magazine on the cover and stuff. It's like
Dang.
it's neato. And I think it's
Yeah.
like volume 2, like it's the second one they've done. I have to find the first one somewhere. And the first Zine I ever got was the Inuyasha one. that
Nice.
I bought from I think from Russia. But Zines. It's my new favorite
Yeah.
fan content, because like I love posters, I love fan art, I love prints, but I never, like, I can't put them anywhere. I don't have enough shelf or like wall space. I wanted to try to make some big scrapbook thing, but I never really got around to it because logistically
Yeah.
it's really weird.
Yeah.
But it's just so hard because you just don't have enough room, and Zines are like the compressed book version of a bunch. They fit nicely on my shelves. It's like perfectly what I want for my fan art needs.
Mhm. Oh yeah.
So yeah, big fan of Zines
Yeah.
and keychains.
Big fan of fan art. A fan art fan.
Yeah, which you can't make of Girls and Panzer anymore.
Yeah.
There's some
Or
good girls.
you can. You just have to sell it in like the black market.
go through the dark web. It's like,
Yeah.
alright, Silk Road 3.0, here we go.
Yeah.
Where's that good Girls and Panzer content at?
Yeah.
God, we're getting flagged by the FBI for that one, I'm sorry. We're on a watch list because I mentioned that.
How many Girls and Panzer Dojins can I buy for 1 Bitcoin?
Oh god. Probably a lot, because dojins are
Yeah.
cheap.
Yeah.
How much is a Bitcoin right now anyways? Like... Oh god. Ugh. Bitcoin US value $6,000. Oh, it dropped a shit ton. Ha!
Oh, yep.
Get wrecked, everyone
Yeah.
who bought computers to mine them.
Yeah. Oh,
It hit $20,000 at one point.
yeah. It's wild.
Yikes.
Yeah, and people think that is like a stable, viable thing for the future.
Yeah, it's unregulated.
Yeah.
Like, completely...
Oh. Well, Bitcoin is bad. Cryptocurrency is bad.
Yeah, hella bad. You know why I really need to find?
What?
Some Ruby Zines.
Oh, there's got to be some good ones, right?
There
There's
has
gotta
to.
be.
I don't know how many are coming out right now though, because it seems like half the community hates Ruby, despite watching
Oh.
and loving it. They have a love-hate relationship with it.
Yeah.
Every fan group I go to, there's like... They're like, I love Ruby, but also fuck Ruby. Like... The writing gets kind of bad at times. But... They just do some characters really badly for no good reason. At times.
Yeah.
They're like, like it's really obvious a character's doing dumb stuff and like not being themselves to push this other character to do stuff, but it's like it's unnecessary. It just makes it awkward, and like people complain about stuff like that a lot. But
Yeah. That show, I really liked Ruby, the first 2 seasons of it, and then the 3rd season was just such a huge tonal shift. It was like off-putting to me. That's why I haven't gone back to it yet.
yeah,
It's like it just suddenly got real dark. Like, oh, this isn't what I wanted. Oh,
It's
like all the characters are so great, and that world is really cool. It's like I'd still like it, but oh, so yeah,
yeah,
I can understand the love-hate relationship some people may have.
yeah. Especially since the season directly after 3 is like the worst season.
Oh,
So
great.
a lot of people
Something to
dropped
look
off
forward
then.
to.
A lot of people
Yeah.
dropped off then. And then the new season was really good, but there's a whole group of people who think that it's the worst season. I don't understand, because it fixes so many things people complained about, but then they like complain at this one point and say 4 is the best. I'm like, oh, what is... Yikes. They basically say they just want like everything to be talked out and explained. They don't want to be shown anything. They don't want any surprises. They just want nothing but dialogue for the whole season, which is how we get Key episode 14. Look at that transition.
Oh, jeez.
Flawless.
Yeah. Flawless. Nice. Yeah.
Nailed it.
Key.
Oh,
This was...
what an episode. I can't believe
Yeah.
I was so enraptured by 2 people sitting and speaking for like half an episode.
Yeah.
4 people speaking.
Seriously, this was like when you started watching it. You said you were a couple minutes in. You're like, this is just all dialogue so far. And then I got like halfway through. This is all dialogue.
Yeah, it's like this is just exposition. It's like they've raised so many questions that
Yeah.
they're like, we only have 2 episodes left. Hour and a half of exposition. Let's go.
Yeah. I mean,
He's
it's
kept
good
the
to know all
visuals
this
in there
stuff,
for a
but
lot of
man,
Yeah,
yeah,
we learned a lot of stuff, but then also, yeah, like we learned there's a 3rd Doctor guy who just was never hinted at before. Okay, I have a lot of problems with this episode because a lot of the stuff
Yeah.
they suddenly revealed they never hinted at once before. Like they never put any foreshadowing.
yeah,
Which I understand, I guess, because it was like a 3-year project that kind of just, I assume, just each episode they made up by the next episode. There was some foreshadowing, like they did foreshadow the powers, they foreshadowed the Key's not really a robot, which we do find out for certain. They foreshadow that the power, the god of fortune or whatever. So there is some foreshadowing. But 2
Yeah.
of the biggest things they didn't foreshadow at all. This 3rd Doctor, who's like,
yeah, Maestro.
yeah, Maestro, who's this huge pushing point behind the plot.
Yeah,
And
he is.
Key
Yeah,
and
go on.
Sakura are sisters.
Yeah,
That was
That
not
kinda came out of
foreshadowed
nowhere.
at all. Yeah, it's just like, yeah, my dad just said he was in love with Key's dead mom and ran off. What?
yeah, that really came out of nowhere. Like they had never mentioned Key's dad at all before, which I guess makes sense if he wasn't around.
Never
But also,
mentioned Sakura's dad either.
yeah,
They never mentioned
And-
either of her parents. Really,
Yeah,
they just
they-
kind of said like she
they-
had to move away on her own, so you assume they like died or something.
yeah. Like they just made this. I would always mention to them like once a couple episodes ago. Knows it. And, yeah. Oh, that was
I've been
weird.
shipping those 2 this whole time. Yeah,
Oh.
whenever I watch Citrus.
Well,
I didn't actually watch Citrus. I watched 1 episode of Citrus.
Yeah.
I'm already too far gone.
yeah.
But goddamn, they might not
Yeah.
be 2. They say it is, but I was so ready. There was so much weird 4th wall breaks too, but they were kind of funny. Like Wakagi, he's like, I'm not the dad, because the immediate conclusion
yeah.
you jump to is that's how he's involved.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Like he's like, we don't know. It's like, oh, she like didn't have a boyfriend at the time. He's like, it's not me. Like just immediately, like, no, it's not me.
Then he also keeps fucking calling, what's his name?
Tataki.
Tataki. Yeah, he keeps calling him like you were supposed to just be an extra. It's like, I feel like they did make this an episode at a time, and he was originally supposed to be an extra, and then they mixed him in more, and that's like them calling out their own. Like,
Yeah.
you ruined the plot. We had it all figured out. Then we made you more than an extra. Now what the fuck? You got John syndrome. You've become the John. You get more screen time, and you're more important than all the other main characters somehow. What the fuck happened there?
Yeah, that really is weird how like central he became to episodes later on, when he was just like a dude early on. That's really bizarre. But yeah.
We got some cool stuff though. Some cool
Yeah.
realizations. We found out about the powers, how they work, really
Yeah.
in depth, like the entire backstory
Yeah.
of Key's
They-
family.
I was concerned, like at the end of the last episode. Oh no!
I'm good
Well,
on
at the end of the last episode, I was concerned that like they were gonna not explain a lot of stuff. It's like, oh, they only have 2 episodes left, and we barely know anything.
Yeah.
And it's like, nope, they have explanations
Why
for
were we-
everything.
Why were we worried about that?
Yeah. Yeah, that's. they really answered everything. They like even answer like what the hell Joe is or
Yeah,
where it comes
it's
from.
life force that's
Yeah.
stolen and stuff, and
Yeah.
we found out why Key's a robot, despite not being a robot. She actually just
Yeah.
lost her humanity because it got sealed away by having 30,000 people's worth of life force shoved in her.
Yeah. Oh,
By her.
jeez.
The more this episode went on, the more I was like, everyone in this show is kind of an awful person, except for like Sakura and Key. And
Yeah.
Sakura is sometimes questionable. Like,
Yeah. Sakura like has problems occasionally, but for the most part, it's good. But yeah, this episode is like, oh, Dr. Mima is actually like terrible.
yeah, he
She's
was a
like experimenting on
terrible.
his wife and then experimenting on his granddaughter. Like, oh,
They do say the whole reason he experimented, like he continued experimenting on his granddaughter, was to stop her from being taken away or on
Yeah.
his daughter. But it's like
his daughter. Yeah.
it's like you experimented on her in the
like-
first place before that happened. Like that's your own fault.
Yeah.
And Maester's just like, and I sold them all out. Huzzah!
Yeah.
Welcome me, a new character.
Yeah. At least Maestro seemed like he was like regretful over it. He's
Yeah,
like,
he kept
I made mistakes. I've gotten this far in life, and I'm all old and almost dead,
saying,
but
like,
I made mistakes.
he wants to catch up to him in heaven.
Yeah.
Like when he says like, "Oh, I visited Mima," like he knows immediately he killed him. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, Maestro knows that a lot of this stuff is kind of to blame. Like he's to blame for most of all this. Oh,
one of my favorite things in this episode was because they gelled Tsurugi. They're like, but he won't be a working person anymore. It's like,
Yeah.
do you have like moral obligations just because it's Tsurugi? And it's like
yeah.
calling him out, like, we've been doing this for like years, and you're only questioning it now. What the fuck, man?
Yeah, that one of those dudes has the line I actually wrote down. It's like, do you suppose we'd be doing something horrendous?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, my dude, it's a little late.
All I
You
could
have
think
been horrendous for a
about,
while.
all I could think about is that one. I forget the comedy group that does it, but they're like the Nazis in the trench, and they're
Oh yeah.
why do we have the skulls?
Do you think we might be bad?
Yeah, you think we're the bad guys? Like,
Oh,
yes, yes, you
I
are.
thought of the exact same thing.
God.
That's so good. Oh, do you think we're bad? Oh no, we might be bad.
We also got Miho's backstory.
Yeah. Like we kind of already had little bits of it, but we got the rest of it filled in now. Yeah.
Backstory's tragic and fucked up. She deserves
Yeah.
better.
Just like everyone else in this show.
Yeah.
Tragic and fucked up.
Ajo fucks everyone over in the show.
Yeah.
Ajo and Mima.
Oh jeez. Yeah.
We also randomly find out that Sergei and Wakagi fought each other in a jungle at one point, I guess during World War II, because
I thought that was like a flashback to when Sergei went to go and like hunt down
maybe.
Key and her mom.
the way
Yeah.
they were
That, like,
dressed, though.
Yeah, it did look like military stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Because it
Maybe
would
Ajo
also
just-
make sense if it's
yeah.
like somehow during part of like the Russo-Japanese war, or because
Yeah.
they were at war in World War II and fought
hmm
a bit. Because Sergei's potentially from Russia. Who knows?
Maybe, yeah.
No.
I don't know. I don't think it would have been World War II though,
I mean,
because they're talking about. Well, they talk about that, but it's like Dr. Mima.
yeah,
He was alive during it.
He was.
Yeah, so I don't think Sergei would have been even born then.
Yeah, I
definitely
don't know.
not Wakagi.
Sergei's been guzzling that gel.
Yeah,
We,
that's the one thing
we-
I still want is like I need more info on Sergei and what's up with him.
They mention he's becoming like more like his sons, or quote like the robots, probably because he's taking so much gel, and they mention it repressing humanity.
Yeah.
So that is an interesting point. But what I'm curious about, but that they never mentioned, is Wakagi is mentioning all of his involvement, all of his stuff doing that. He never once mentions how he meets Mima, or why he's so
yeah.
dedicated to him.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
interesting.
he suddenly shows up at the barn to like pump the Geist into
And
Key.
yeah, he just like is suddenly his assistant at one point. Just kind of comes out of nowhere. That is weird.
So we don't
Hmm.
actually know at what point that happens. Also, he keeps saying like Key might actually just become a monster at this point, which like give me monster
Yeah.
Key, just like
Yeah. I hope Key just fucks everything up.
12 foot tall, breathing fire, shitting
Yeah.
on Ajo and his stupid high building.
Yeah. Just levels the whole building, kills them all. It'd be fine. That'd be an okay way to end this.
I just really want Key and Sakura to have a happy ending.
Yeah. I I have a bad feeling that they won't, but I hope so too.
Based on the end of this episode, yeah. Which kind
Yeah.
of skipped a bit, and I don't know what the fuck happened, but
Yeah. It's like Tataki and Wakagi went to meet the Snake Man, and I think that was the place got blown up. Is that
yeah,
what that
they
was?
just made the worst idea. They're like, hey, let's just leave them alone. Like, despite knowing they're after them. It's like, well, why?
Mm-hmm.
Tsurugi, despite getting gelled super hard, he was insane to begin with,
Yeah.
so now he's just still normal. Like
Yeah.
he's like, you want to take him on? They're robots. It's like,
Yeah.
he
That
seems
was-
like he might know more than he lets on, too.
Yeah.
The whole
That was so
scene
weird.
with him was
When-
weird.
Yeah, because they're like, oh, we're taking so much shell from him, he won't even be human anymore. And then he's like, fine, or like, fine, relatively.
They do mention it's based on strength of character, and that Sergei can produce a lot of packs at once. And
Yeah.
Tsurugi definitely does have a strong character, despite...
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. That was weird because like the one time they showed like the person they sucked all the gel from, and they were like wandering the street and were basically a zombie. Like,
And like
it's just
the
weird.
other doctor who was in the cell with Sergei, who's just like...
Yeah. Oh yeah, and was like barely alive. It was like catatonic.
that whole scene with then Beniko stepping in because she's coughing her voice and she's going to be taking over Miho, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
That was messed up. Like the I don't care about
That
your face,
was.
like Ajo, Jesus. I think
Yeah.
like up to that point she was still acting like I'm gonna be the next biggest idol. You need me. I know all your secrets now. And maybe now she's realizing, no, she sold her soul away. She's fucked. Because she even mentions, like, ow, how could you hit me? Like, I'm still suffering the like, feedback from the robot. Like, they know using the robot actually is, like, gonna slowly kill you. Which I
Yeah.
assume is what happened to Miho. But she's just like, I'm fine with it. I'll be famous. And then gets her face beaten in. It's like, Jesus,
Yeah.
Beniko, you, chose the wrong decision joining up with this company.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not really her fault. She probably didn't know, but she acts so stuck up about, like, acting like she knows what's happening. It's kind of like, just get out, please. Like,
Yeah.
stop thinking you're in control. You are still a child. Please.
Yeah.
Please do. And it mirrors real life in a lot of ways. People who are too young and think they can handle it and are taken advantage of, which a lot of this show mirrors a lot of stuff like that. So, and that scene was
Yeah.
really
It's like on one hand, why didn't she, like when she saw all the weird chairs and the robots and stuff, why didn't she just get out of there then? But it's like she probably just thinks like, well, I want to be a pop idol, so this is what I have to do.
yeah.
This is the only opportunity I have. So
Or cool, I get to control
Oh.
robots. That's awesome.
yeah,
I'll be the new Miho.
yeah. So yeah. Oh, kind of last thing I have is that Tsurugi, like overall in the show, has felt like so just all over the place, and not just in like he seems kind of unstable way, but like they can't write the character consistently.
Yeah, well, he's
Like-
not a character. He's a plot device. That's
Oh,
like entirely
true.
it.
that is a good point. Yeah, I just thought it was so weird when he was like chained up to a chair and was like yelling at the girl at one point and then terrified over the next, then yelling at her again. It was weird.
Well, when he was terrified, it was Miho screaming back to him, which I guess had never happened.
Yeah,
And then he realized, oh, wait, you're not Miho.
yeah.
And then he started screaming back again.
Mm-hmm.
Nah. Yeah, Tsurugi's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know also what happened with Sakura. She somehow, all of a sudden, is in a dump somewhere.
Oh
She
yeah.
just teleported
She,
there and was in, like, a pit.
yeah. She was like in a phone booth, and then the phone booth exploded, and then she's in a stack of tires. I guess it's
Somewhere,
weird.
yeah, I don't understand that one.
Yeah. I guess like I don't know. Maybe the robots were after her, so she ran away and just happened to end up at that place. I guess.
It's like trying to hide or something, despite the fact that,
Yeah.
you'd want to stay in public where people can see you. Hey,
Yeah.
Saving K, and welcome to the podcast. Thank you for stopping
Yeah.
by.
Hello. So yeah, there was. I guess they just were like, "Oh, we have like 90 seconds left in this episode, and we still have to do this whole plot thing." So I guess we just have her suddenly be somewhere else. I guess.
Good on Sergey for finally learning how to control, like, the amount of pressure the robots need, because
Yeah.
her head did not pop like a grape, thank God.
Yeah.
There's still a chance for a happy ending for her. Maybe.
Yeah.
They're probably gonna jail her, though.
Probably.
But, Key can probably put, like, life force back into her, because she has, like, 30,000 people's worth.
Yeah. Whew.
So we'll see.
So yeah, how much of episode 15 do you think is going to be exposition?
20 minutes.
I'm betting 40.
Oh, alright.
'Cause I don't know if there's that much action to be done, really. I don't know. I guess it depends on where they're going with it.
It depends on how much exposition, because I see small scenes of exposition not bad. It's just like when they're sitting down for like 20 minutes in one scene talking. But like if it's like in the car ride talking about how they're going to save Sakura, or how they're going to find her, or whatever, or something about Ajo and why he would have taken her, or like when they show up by her and he monologues. Like I don't consider that as much exposition as it is monologuing. So we'll have to see. We'll
Yeah.
have to key.
Oh, yep. There it is.
Alright.
Well, at the stunning conclusion. All 99 minutes of it next week. Probably going to watch it Sunday night.
Yeah. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's a lot
That
of
is
talking
way too
to do.
long. Yeah. So yeah, should we move on to a Megalobox then?
Yes. Which... no major surprises, I don't think. The
Yeah,
one
well, there's
sort
the
of-
one.
There's the one that we kind of expected it to happen, just not that way.
Yeah. Yuri getting rid of the arms.
Yeah, Yuri's like, beforehand, like, it's your dream now. I'm moving on. I'm pretty sure, I'm gonna say right now, someone's gonna die next episode. Like, they're gonna have a match to the death.
Yeah.
Because neither of them are gonna give up. Because it's like, what was the title, or something till you die? Fight till you die, or something?
I think so. I will double check right now.
Yuri keeps talking about how Joe risked his life to get there. They talk about how his life is in danger and moving the armor. Like, there's so much focus on life and death this episode. Next episode, I see it. Like, there has been this whole season being talked about life and death, but...
Yeah, that's been one of the major themes. Like, I forget if I talked about it, but there was a an article I read that was saying like, oh, there's a lot of things about like metaphorical death and then rebirth of characters, like dying and getting a new chance and stuff.
Yeah, there's been a lot of that. So,
Yeah. Oh, the Born to Die is the name of the
Right.
last episode.
Right.
Born to Die. It's a good name.
Yeah, I think one of them's gonna die. Because we also
Yeah.
see, like, Yuri saying, like, I had no reason to live. You gave it to me. I found it. Don't take it away. Like, it's his reason to live and his reason to die, in theory.
Yeah.
This is, like, all that his life has been for. So, I think one of, if not both of them, will die.
Yeah. They both deliver killing blows to each other at the same time, and they both die, and there's no champion.
Well, you can have one, like, end up knocking and killing the other, and then the other dying in hospital from concussive, like, brain damage a day or two later.
Yeah.
Which would be dark and messed up, but that's how boxing went in real life. Like, there's a reason it's not popular anymore.
Yeah. I feel like the show wouldn't go that way though, with just what the show's been so far.
it's based on the
I don't know.
Shida no Joe, and from all I
Yeah.
know, at the end of the first season, people say
Yeah.
something really, like, there's a big twist, it's really
Mhm.
messed up. So I'm like, oh, okay.
I,
People
I,
just
I,
vaguely saying that makes me think.
I do know of a big twist at the end of Shino Joe. I don't know if it was the first or second season, but I know of a pretty big twist.
Does Joe die? That's
Do you want me to
spoilers.
answer?
That's
Do you want?
spoilers.
No? Okay. Maybe
But-
I'll tell you later if you want to know. But
Well, see,
yeah.
I'm more thinking if you say yes, then my theory
Yeah.
is pretty much, yeah, that's what we're going to expect to happen next episode.
Yeah.
So, just...
So yeah, we'll have to see. Yeah, I was just real weirded out when Yuri pulled up the cabin to see Mikio, and like Mikio led him to the basement. And there's like a surgery setup. It's like
Well,
normal people don't have this.
the whole thing
Weird.
when they first walk in, well,
Yeah.
I think Yuri called ahead of time, so he got this stuff
Mhm.
ready. But
Yeah.
when he first like shows up and walks in, it's like, oh, it's not so, like
Yeah.
I'm cleaning it up. It's like it really feels like. Remember I joked about shipping the two of them?
Yeah.
It
Oh, I
almost
had the
feels
same
like they
thought.
both ran away from Shirato and just like living in a cabin in the woods to be gay together.
Oh.
Like it has that vibe, you know?
Yeah. I really thought when Yuri pulled up and got out of that car and looked at Mikio, I thought like, are they gay?
Yeah, it was
Like,
like,
is
it's
this-
good to see you again. Because it's like, wait, he went to Mikio after leaving, what's her name, who he's been devoured to? What? What?
Yeah.
Is this
It's like
being...
it's like they've had this secret affair that Yukiko couldn't know about.
Oh my god. Could you
Oh, that would have been
imagine?
so good though. And fantastic.
I was ready for it, but it didn't happen.
Yeah. Oh, unfortunately. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, he got rid of his gear and went almost insane from the pain.
Yeah. I'm assuming that like removing the gear kind of pulled off all of his skin off his arms, which would really really hurt.
And also, it's attached to his nerves, so...
Oh yeah, that too.
And they did it in a
Ugh.
very unstill environment. Mikio
Yeah.
just doing it himself because he's a genius who can do that,
Yeah.
apparently.
Yeah, in the basement of a cabin. Oh boy.
No painkillers.
Yeah. Oh.
Jesus Christ. I like
Yeah.
that they brought back Aragaki this episode.
Yeah, that was good. I was at the end of the last episode of 11. I was expecting that. Oh, maybe the kid is going to step up and have to be his boxing trainer now. But it makes a lot more sense to pull in Aragaki. So yeah, that was good. That was cool to see him again.
Yeah.
Aragaki was a good character. So yeah, I'm glad he got more screen time.
Yeah. It's good, I just forgot. What I was gonna say. It's good representation for people with physical disabilities.
Yeah,
He's a
that's
good,
good.
character for that, I think.
He
And
is.
so is his trainer.
Yeah,
They're both
they
like,
both are.
they've pushed to be some of the top of this like sport despite what's happened to them, and
Hmm.
they're good people, good characters. They're not like demonized. They start off as a villain, but they're a super sympathetic antagonist that also
Mhm.
becomes like not. So it's like it doesn't demonize them like a lot of shows will be like, hey, look, it's trans representation like in Powerpuff Girls, and it's him, and it's like, no, they're literally a demon. It's literally a villain
Yeah.
demon. It's demonization.
Yeah.
So look, it's nice that it's not any of that, and they included that because I think there's not enough of that in shows, especially as a war veteran. Like people just veterans get nothing,
Yeah.
It's brutal. So I like that they've kept his character around because he is good for that representation, I think.
Hmm. Yes, very good. Yeah. So yeah, I think that was kind of it for this episode. I mean, there was the stuff with like Yukiko finding the ID.
And
then she
there's
just gives the ID back.
deal that we know for sure is
Oh yeah,
for
That
the
they're
military
literal-
contract.
yeah, they're arms dealers now. Literally.
They're all armed. I hate that joke so much.
Oh, I love that joke.
No.
It's fantastic. It's good every time. Yeah.
Well,
the
it wasn't.
montage. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
montage, yeah, that song was great. Again,
Oh yeah,
fantastic.
it's very
I
good.
think the full soundtrack is now out from Mabanua
Oh,
somewhere online. I
nice.
heard people talking about the soundtrack being out, so at least a good portion of it's probably out online now.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, so that's pretty neat. The person doing the soundtrack's name is Mabanua, Mabanua. So
Yeah.
you can find them on Twitter if anyone's interested, because the music in this show is phenomenal. It stayed
Oh yeah.
like just absolutely fantastic the whole way through. I
Yeah.
don't think the music itself has missed a single beat. Ah,
Yeah.
get it? Not missing
Yeah.
a beat.
Nice.
Nah.
It's very good.
This is the episode of bad puns.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's about it for this episode, though. I'm excited to see what's next. I was kind of hoping that at the end of this they would like get in the ring together and be just about to start the fight, but
I mean, they did start showing like all the advertisements for it, which is kind of
Yeah.
cool that they were showing that.
yeah,
And you see
that is cool.
Yuri still has the gear in every advertisement. I'm excited to see like the reactions to
Yeah.
not having it.
Yeah, he like gets in the ring and throws off his robe and just has normal arms, and everyone's like, "Oh,
Yeah, because
freaks
they
out.
freaked out when Joe brought the gear against Burroughs, and then it's like the alternative.
yeah." Oh, I hadn't thought of that. That's really good. Yeah, yeah. I'm very excited to see this. Oh,
It'll be a fun time.
yeah,
And that is actually coming out in 2 days.
yeah,
I will not be waiting to watch it.
yeah. Definitely,
Oh,
definitely watch it right
the
away.
last episode of Comic Girls, I think, comes out too. Or is that already out? Wait, did I just miss the last episode of Comic Girls?
I think you might have. I think it might be done.
I thought
Yeah.
that was this week. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's June 21st, according to Mao.
It
It's
is.
the final episode.
It is.
Yeah.
I missed it last week. I missed everything last
Oh.
week. Alright, I'm gonna go watch that after this episode ends.
Nice.
I'm upset I didn't watch it already. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
My girls, my comics. I let them down. No. It happens. What was I doing Thursday that I didn't watch though? Because every Thursday I've watched it as soon as I've gotten home. So.
I don't know. Was that the shots fired night when you found out you had to run a trash fire?
No, that was Sunday.
Oh, right.
This would have been last Thursday. Wednesday I did the fee stream for Techie.
Mhm.
I didn't do. I think Friday I did. Wait. I actually don't understand how I haven't seen this yet. I'm so upset at myself.
Huh.
Was that when I
Weird.
did the Knights of Azure 2 run? No, that was 3 days ago. That was Friday.
Mm.
No, that was Saturday. No. That was Sunday? No, yeah, that was Friday. Okay. So what the heck was I doing on Thursday? Man. Man, I'm out of it this week.
Yeah.
I just don't know her anymore.
Yeah. Well, I know what you'll be doing this Thursday. You'll be watching Megalobox.
Aw, yeah.
Yeah.
Gonna watch some dudes build boxes.
Yeah. Yep, that's what the show's about. Building boxes.
It's about Snake in a box.
Yep.
Boxing around on a megalodon.
Yep.
Can we make megalodon boxes? Boxes for megalodons.
Yep. All right. This podcast has gone off the rails. I'm shutting this down.
I haven't slept in 2 days. Let me go. Let me be free.
Yeah. So, yeah. It's been Shenanimegans, season 5, episode 12.
Shenanimegans. We'll say it enough times that people start
Yeah.
saying it instead of shenanigans, and it'll really mess with
Yeah.
people. God, I know we've both
We've already
done that a
ruined
few
ourselves.
times.
Yeah. We've ruined ourselves on that. We need to ruin everyone else as well.
Yeah, it only took like what, 1 season, maybe 2.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
The first thing is to get people to watch. So
Yeah. Yeah.
tell
Look
them
at
where
the-
they can watch.
Yeah. You can
Another
watch us
flawless
live on
transition.
Twitch.
So I'm
Yeah,
touching
you
you.
You can watch us live on Twitch, usually on Mondays, sometimes on Tuesdays at twitch.tv/saysome. And if you don't watch live, you can catch us on YouTube at shenanimegans.moe. We have all of our shows up there.
Sometimes Wednesdays too.
Yeah, sometimes, occasionally.
And I think once on a Thursday.
Maybe, yeah. And then, I don't know, you can follow us on Twitter at saysome.net, that lastly. And then you can join our Discord if you want to hang out and talk to us about anime stuff at shenanimans.moe/discord.
And before we go, to talk about our plans for next episode, we won't be doing the OVA with next episode like we were planning.
Yeah.
Because Key is way too long. But because the plan was to start Happy Sugar Life for next season, that's my choice. The first episode doesn't air the week after. It's the week after. Let me pull up this page.
It starts on the 14th, and we won't have an episode until the 16th. And so on the 9th, we'll be doing the Dragon Dentist for our OVA episode.
Yes. So that's our OVA. It's Dragon Dentist. Have you decided on your show for next season yet?
So I was thinking, if you haven't seen it yet, I was thinking of doing Daraman on the Sky. It's a show from a couple years ago. I can just send you the link.
Oh, I've got the
Discord.
link.
Oh, okay.
I have not. I've had it on my watch list for all. I've seen one scene and I was like, oh, that animation's cool.
Yeah.
Seems neat.
I had started watching it and watched the first 2 episodes, but then didn't just follow up on it. And that was pretty cool. So I was thinking we'd go back and watch that.
Alright.
So yeah.
Is it depressing?
I don't think so.
We'll find out. We'll find out. It's a military show, so probably that's okay. It's not like we're doing Violet Evergarden.
Yeah.
We're just gonna pick 2 depressing shows this season. Enjoy.
Yeah. So yeah, that'll be stuff coming up.
Alright.
But for next week, it'll be the Key and Megalbox finales.
Yes.
Good stuff.
Ooh.
Very excited for both.
Oh yeah, I cannot wait to see how Key finishes, because it could end any number of ways.
Yeah.
It's I have no idea. I at least have a clue for Megalobox. Key, it's I don't fucking know, but probably no matter what, I'm gonna enjoy it.
Yeah. Yeah. Do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm very excited.
There's a few ways I want to enjoy it. I just thought of the most cursed way it could end ever, but...
Yeah. We'll have to see.
Yeah. Stop by next week and find out.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll see you next week.
Take care.
Bye-bye.